Hello and good morning. Welcome to Lead with Love, the channel. And it's just so much stuff is going on. The sun is rising, so it's not up yet. It's 7:17 in the morning. And I do return to senders. I do return to senders every day. I do them every day. And it is to return the energies back to wherever they are coming from. You know, I talk a lot about black magic. I talk a lot about spell work. I talk a lot about protection, you know, to protect yourself because people do things. People do things. It's so crazy because they do things to you, to hurt you, to mess with your mind. They want you to change your mind. You know, they mess with my throat. Like, they want me to shut up. They want me to stop talking. I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna stop talking. Like, I have this YouTube channel because it was a point in time I didn't have anyone I could talk to. Like, I would tell people what the hell is going on, and nobody would listen to me. And I'm like, oh my God, like, all this stuff is happening, all these people doing stuff, and nobody would ever listen. So, and then it's like, you know, so I came on YouTube. I'm burning my ancestor money because I needed my ancestors. I needed the connection with my ancestors because I don't have a religion. That's the thing. Like, you know, when you lose your religion and you don't have a religion, like, that part, I was hurt. I was hurt because I didn't have my religion. I didn't have anyone I could talk to. I didn't have anyone I could trust to tell them, like, you know, what is going on. And there was no one there, and I didn't have anyone. All I had was God. God. That's all I had was God. I would talk to God, and I would talk to the ancestors. I'm like, hey, ancestors, you know, and it's like I burn the money. I burn the money all the time. I make bundles of money. I make little stacks, like little stacks of money, and I burn it every day. Whenever it runs out, I just buy some more. It's affordable on Amazon, the Amazon website. You just enter in the search bar ancestor money, all of them pop up. All of them pop up. And you can order yours. The main thing is the emperor bill, the emperor. He stands for justice. He was the first emperor ever, the Jade Emperor. He's so important. He was just such a great man. Like, he cared about his people. He wanted the best for his people. He didn't want us going through black magic because spiritual things happen. It happened. It's been happening since biblical times. People have been messing with witchcraft, black magic. It has always been around. It's not like it just popped up. It's not like it just popped up and all this stuff is happening now. Like, nah, this has been around for ages, you know. We just don't talk about it. We're not aware of it. Nobody knows. Well, maybe some people know how to protect themselves. Like, salt is important for cleansing because salt, it removes the negative energies from your life. Like, I take salt baths every day. I take it every day. I just put the salt in the water. I take a shower with soap and everything. But then I put the salt in the wash rag, and then I wipe away. I wipe away from my body. It's just taking all the energies away from me, you know? And the eggshells, I grind them up. Sometimes I run out of eggshells or I have to grind them up. But I grind them up, and it's to put you in a protective bubble. It's for an added layer of protection. I use Florida water, the spiritual splash. I make this one and I sell this one. Like, this one is available for purchase. I only have PayPal and TikTok, but you can get it, or you can just use Florida water for protection. Like, you have to protect yourself. We all of us have to protect ourselves because it's like the people that are closest to us are the ones that can affect us in the worst way. And I remember when I was working in the courthouse and I had all these issues, health issues, my insides were like this. It's because people in the courthouse were working on me. I didn't know that. And I was going to the doctors. I was going to all kind of doctors, getting checked for everything. Nothing was ever wrong with me. When I quit the courthouse, all of my medical stuff went away. And I'm like, wow, it's the people in the courthouse that's sitting there doing black magic. But you can't prove it. Can't prove it. All my medical, everything came back negative. I'm around my mother, and then it's like I'm having body aches and pains, and she knows what medication to give me to make everything go away. And I'm like, how did you know that I had anything wrong? And she knew what to give me right away. And that's how I know too. You know, it's like, you know, people just do stuff and then they pretend and they play in your face like they don't know what's going on, or they have the right remedy for you that will make everything go away. Like, how the fuck did you know that something was wrong? Or how did you know what to give me? It's because they know what they did to you. They know what they did to you. My mother's always talking, running her mouth, gossiping. She talks about people. She lies. So something happened with her voice box. Her teeth cracked. It's like, you know, it's because you keep running your fucking mouth, and it's like, shut up. Stop talking, you know, and things wouldn't happen to you. You wouldn't get sick. She's sick all the time. All the time. She's always sick. It's because she's doing stuff to people, but you can't prove it. But nobody deals with my mother, and her name is Paula. And nobody deals with her because she sits there and she does shit to people, and she talks about people like a dog. She talks about everyone like a dog, but she's always sick. Something's always wrong with her. There's always an issue. You know, go to the doctor. You don't know what the hell is wrong with you. The doctor's so sick of her, they give her placebo medication. The placebo is medication. It's like sugar pills. They just give you the medication so you can go away. You know, and the medication is not real medication. You know, it's a placebo. It's fake. But they just give the patient something so that they can go away. You know, and there's nothing wrong with the patient. They just want the medication. You know, that's like an addiction. Whatever. But it's like the people that are closest to you, that have access to you, have access to your items, know your name, know your birthday, they know things about you. Those are the ones that can do stuff to you. And I have my aunt, and I was staying with her for a little while. And I had my underwears. I would hang them up. I had all expensive shit, Victoria's Secret, and I would hang my stuff up, and my bra was missing. I was like, where the hell is my bra? And she went to the Dominican Republic. So she went and she did voodoo. She did whatever she did, you know, and it was in the Dominican Republic. She cursed me because she wanted who I was with. But then it's like, you're old. Like, what the hell? But whatever, like, she was mad at who I was with. So she did black magic. But we lived together, but she had access to my things. So she could take my personal items, and she could do whatever the fuck she wanted to do with it. She could use my hair, she could use my underwear, she could do whatever. You know, I would never think that it was like that because we lived together, you know. And it's like the people that you live with, the people that are close to you, are the ones that could do shit to you in the worst kind of way. My mother's one. That's why I don't fuck with her. I don't deal with her at all. The family is another. I don't deal with none of them. I don't eat from them because they put shit in your food, and I don't drink from them either. I just don't deal with them at all. And then it's like the job. Like, you're there because you need to work. You have to provide for your family. So you need this job. So you have to be there. Like, I had to be there. But then they're all doing spiritual work on me. I can't prove it. I can't say, oh, you're doing something to me, or I can't say that. And then I can't prove it. All I can do is cleanse and protect myself because I gotta show up there every fucking day. And I'm like, oh my God. I would go to work smelling like Florida water, like smelling like some magical shit, and then like they already knew, like they knew that I was always cleansing myself because I knew what I was dealing with and I knew what I was around, you know, and I could never prove it. And then this woman made my life in the courthouse a living hell for 15 years of hell. I couldn't wait for my kids to graduate high school so I didn't have to go. I didn't have to work there anymore. I was like, I fucking quit. I quit. I resigned respectfully. Like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to work with these people. But it's not everyone. It was just management, the people with the power, the people with control, the people with the money. They're the ones that are sitting there doing black magic on everyone in the office, creating chaos and havoc and all these kind of problems. And it's like they're supposed to make things better, and then they're there and they're making everything worse. You complain about them, nobody does anything, nobody cares, and it's like, you know, the hell with you and your life and whatever you're going through. So what if they're retaliating against you because you complain? Like nobody ever did anything. And it was straight abuse. It was torture. It was hell for 15 years. It didn't matter who I went to outside of the Bronx County Clerk's office. Nobody helped me. But, you know, when I resigned, you know, it took time to myself. It was COVID. It was during COVID. No one could go outside. No one could go outside. So then it's like, you know, it gives you time to yourself, time to reflect, time to just see like what the hell is going on. During COVID, it was a lot of the spiritual attacks. It was a lot of the attacks from Nigeria also. You know, I lost my job. That was the first job in the courthouse, 15 years. But it's like how I just leave from one day to some people said I was crazy for leaving. Like why would you leave your job of 15 years? And it, you know, I wasn't happy there anyway, so I can't even say I was too mad about it. I wasn't happy there anyway, you know, and I'm glad that I left when I left. But then I went for another job, and then it was like it was always problems. Nothing was ever good enough. But I was dealing with the Nigeria people in Nigeria and the Babalaos there. They're supposed to help me. They're supposed to help my life. They're supposed to make things better. And then this man just made everything worse. Everything was bad. My money was gone. I had all kind of problems. I couldn't be around people. It was always a fight. It was always something. And I'm like, yo, why is all this stuff happening? And it only happened when I started dealing with Abo Mexico. Abo Mexico. And then when I left him alone, when I lost that job, I was like, oh, this little motherfucker's doing shit. And I was like, and he's not helping me. Like, I was like, he's not helping me. Like, he's supposed to help me. And he was not helping me. And it's like, I couldn't believe it because Ifa is a way of life. Ifa was my belief. My belief. Like, I believe in Ifa. Like, I believe in everything about it. And the stories are the patakis. The patakis are the stories, or like the fables, or the stories of the orishas. Each orisha has a story. My godfather told me they were the patakis. That's how we would say the stories. But I know in Nigeria it's another name for them. Like there's always a name for the story, and every person that tells you the story is a different story, or they know the story differently, but it's the same story. Everyone knows the story, but you know, everyone is taught. You know, it's like all word of mouth. You're all taught differently. You know, the good Babalao. The good Babalao told me that. Like, there's so many stories. I was like, do you know them all? Like, he was just so smart and interesting, and he just knew so many things that I didn't know. Like, I didn't know these things, and then he knows all this stuff, and I'm just like, I'm just listening. I just like to hear him talk. Like he's talking and I'm listening and I'm like, wow, like he's so smart. He's so smart. What was I talking about? The patakis, the stories. Like there's so many stories, over 401 orishas. Each one has a story of how they became the orisha, the story of the orisha, the names. The names, each name has a meaning, it has a story. You know, it's my religion. Like that's what I believed in. That's what made me happy, like being a part of it. And I lost, damn, it still hurts because I lost my religion because of these evil babalaos, like this evil person. It was our Mexico, and then when I left him alone and I go and find another babalao to help me, they did the same thing our Mexico did. I don't even remember his name. I don't even remember his name. I was like, it's the same shit. I just gave up on the religion. I was like, you know what, I'm just not gonna get into Ifa. I'm gonna just leave that alone. And I just got closer to God. I got closer to the angels, Saint Michael, closer to the ancestors. Because with the religion, it was like, I'm thinking like the religion is gonna help me get closer to the ancestors, but I needed a babalao. I didn't have a babalao. I didn't have someone I could trust. So it was like I was just out on my own, and all I had was nature. Nature was the only thing that made things better for me. The sun is healing. I like the sun. I like the earth, Mother Earth, the grass, the dirt, the beach, the sand, the salt water. All that is healing energy, and you think it's nothing. Like, oh, I'm just going to the park, or I'm just going to the beach. Like, you know, you're actually healing yourself when you go to the park, when you go to the beach. You put your feet in the grass and you lay there. You're laying in the beach, the sun is hitting you, you getting that salt water that is cleansing all of these negative energies away. You don't think it's like that because not everyone knows about the earth, the healing energy of the earth, and how to heal yourself. You know, we heal ourselves with nature. Like you hug a tree. Hugging a tree, it helps you because the tree can live for thousands of years. A tree, right? The tree absorbs energy. So whatever crazy kind of energy you have on you, you can just hug the tree and the tree will take that energy away from you and you'll feel better. You'll feel better and you don't even know how the hell I feel better. It's because the tree made you feel better. Nature will make you feel better. Planting, gardening, it's healing for you. Touching the earth, it's healing. The sun, sorry, the sun is on you. It's healing you. But we don't see it like that. We just see it like it's the sun. It's nothing. It's not important. But that is what heals you. Like I didn't have a babalao to help me grow, heal, evolve. Like I had to do everything on my own. And all I had was nature. I had to figure all this shit out by myself, figure out the herbs, the spiritual properties of each herbs, the salt. Salt is used for protection. It's been used for centuries. Salt, plain salt, has been used for cleansing rituals for a long period of time. And specific herbs are used to ward away evil also. I looked all this information up. Nobody helped me. I sat there with my nerdy self on the computer, writing everything down. That's how I learned. Because nobody taught me. Nobody took time out to teach me. Everyone wants to just sit there and attack me because I'm not going to do anything to them. I'm not going to do anything because I know it's a curse. They curse themselves, and I'm not gonna curse myself. Like I am not gonna curse myself. Like I have a lot of stuff that I want to do. I want to go out. I want to do stuff. And it's like, I'm not gonna be fucked up. Like, these people are all fucked up. They're all messed up. They're all in a horrible place right now in life. And it's because of the black magic that they did. You know, they did so many death spells. You know, the death spells. It's just crazy because they do sickness spells. They want you to be sick. They want all this stuff to happen to you. All that is spell work because we don't get sick. I don't get sick. I never get sick. And if something is ever wrong with me, I know it's spell work. I know it is. I just can't prove it. That's the thing that hurts the most. I can't prove it. But it's fine. But I know spell work. I know when someone is throwing chaos. I know when things are happening. I know when stuff is going on around me. Like, I know it's energy being thrown my way to distract me or to try to mess me up so they can't get to me, so they get to the people around me. And I have to stay calm, don't get mad, don't interact, don't react, have no reaction. It's like, you know what, this too shall pass. This too shall pass. But I protect myself. You know, I'm just talking about this black magic because it has always been an issue. Nigeria, I've never been to Nigeria. The only reason I know what's happening in Nigeria is because I was connected to the people in Nigeria and they were supposed to be helping me spiritually. But I'm spiritual already. They just didn't know that. Nobody knew that. I don't tell anyone that. It's like, that's just a part of me. Like, you know, they were supposed to just help me the way they help me. They have their way of divination. So I just wanted their divination. And then the babalaos that I went to didn't even know how to do divination. He would go to somewhere else. He would go to black magic practitioners and get them to do a divination. I'm like, oh. So they would all know who the hell I am. Like, he's walking around showing me off. I'm like, oh my God, like, I know that you're not supposed to, whoever sees me is gonna get mad because it's me. But I see myself as a regular person, but other people see something else in me. And then it's gonna create a problem. They're gonna get mad. They're gonna get jealous. They're gonna do work. They're gonna do stuff to me, and I'm just like, this little man put me like in harm's way on purpose. He put me in harm's way for his benefit. So whatever is mine, he wanted to take it. I'm connected to Nigeria because he had my information. He had my spiritual items and he would do work on the items. So whenever he's doing work, I would know. Whenever he's doing anything, I would know. But that's my own spiritual things, you know. But that's how I'm connected. So it's like whenever someone is doing anything, I know. I know. I just can't prove it. And then when I question them or I say something, they lie. No, I would never. Oh my God, why would you think that? But then I'm feeling all these kind of ways, but then they deny it and try to make it seem like I'm bugging out or I'm tripping. Like, no, little mother, this little troll. It's like, you know, it has been so many years of this kind of energy, and it's always the same kind of work, you know. The work is to make you sick, is to make you tired, is to make you not do the things that you normally want to do. The things that you normally do is to make you stop doing it. But I know I have to keep going. I don't do nothing else. All I do is make videos. If I don't do the videos, it's, you know, I do this every day. Like, this is what I do. This is my day job. This is my night job. This is my overnight job. This is what I like to do. Like, I like to get on YouTube and make these videos. And then it's like something will happen and it'll just mess things up for a day or two. A day or two. And I'm just like, it's all spiritual. I can't prove it. I just hope one day, I hope one day somebody will realize that it's these people in Nigeria, and then there's the people in the USA too. They sit here and they play in black magic. People with money and power, they sit here and they do it too. So and then it's like, I've never been to Nigeria. I had plans to go, but like you can't be friends with just anybody. You can't let people close to you. And then the job, it's like, yo, I wasn't friends with nobody, but they knew my information because I worked there. And then they want to sit there and they want to do work against me because they don't want me to progress in the work field. And I'm just like, oh my god, like I hated this fucking job. But it's like I had to endure it because I had children and I'm a single mother and I had to provide. But I hated this fucking job. And I had to wake up every day and go to this job and deal with these people that don't fucking like me. And then I gotta sit there and just and be pleasant and polite. And I ate alone. I ate alone for 15 years. I went everywhere by myself. I didn't hang out with anyone because of the way the environment was. No one was my friend. I couldn't talk to anyone. I couldn't trust anyone. They all talk too much. They all are doing work. I don't know who's doing the work, but it's like they're all connected. And it's like, oh my God, like I couldn't even get close to anyone there, and I had to be there for 15 years because I had to provide for my children. I couldn't wait for them to graduate high school. I was like, yo, I'm not gonna work here anymore. Like, fuck this job. How with this job? But whatever. And then the nonsense still continues because nobody does their job. No one, I'm suing them. No one's looking into the lawsuit. No one is doing anything about it. And I'm just like, oh my God. And nobody cares. Nobody does anything. And it's just like, oh my God. Oh my God. So this is in the USA. I never talked about Nigeria because I've always wanted to go there. I loved the people, and it was like it was a part of me, like the religion. It was a part of me. It was something that I always wanted to do. My godfather passed away, and I told him I was gonna get into Ifa, and he was like, "Okay, get into it. You're gonna love it." And it's a beautiful religion. It's beautiful. It can help you. It can grow. It can elevate you. It can do so many positive things for your life. But it's just the evil people that I met along the way that ruined that for me. And I never got into Ifa because of these people were so evil, wicked, and cruel, and greedy for money. Everything was about money, you know? They wanted to sacrifice my life for their gain, for their benefit. And I'm just like, how can someone do this? And that's double worship. That's some other shit. But then these are supposed to be religious people, religious. I don't know. And I make these videos and I'm talking about it now, and I just wish that somebody with some kind of political power or political ranking would investigate the people in Nigeria. And they investigate these people because they're using devices, they're using your phone, they're using laptops, they're using information. You can get their IP address, you can get the information, you can track them. If you look for them, you will track them. You could, if you want to find the criminal, you will find them because they're always talking and bragging. You will find a criminal if you're looking, but nobody looks, nobody does anything, nobody fucking cares. And I'm just like, oh my God, oh my God. I just mind my business, focus on myself, go to school, do Lead with Love Inc., and try to grow, make things better for myself. And I try not to think about none of this mess, but it's like it has been a part of my life. You could say for 5 years, since I was 40. And it has been nonstop since, it has been negative work ever since 2019. It has been crazy. But it's fine. I'm not dead. I'm not dead. I'm alive. I'm okay, and I'm closer to God. I don't have a religion, but I'm closer to God. You know, religion. Everyone has a religion. It it makes you feel better. You know, it makes you feel better to be a part of something. I always wanted to be a part of IFA religion, and then it just never happened for me. And I cried. Like, it still hurts. Like, I would cry about it because I didn't have my religion, and I always wanted to be a part of it. And all I could do was cry and just thank God that I'm still here, that I'm still here, and that I'm still alive. And I'm just like, you know, it's okay. It's okay. This too shall pass. I learned how to protect myself. I learned how to be aware of black magic. So I am aware when someone is doing work, the work will affect your body, it'll affect your health, and it'll affect your daily routine. Is what you do all the time. If it gets off of track or off of point, it's usually spell work. Just cleanse yourself, pray, thank God that you're here for the day, and remove the negative energies from your life. Do the return to senders. If you get an opportunity to do it, do it. Do a return to sender. It doesn't have to be a tea light. It can be a glass encased candle. It can be the taper candles. It can be any kind of candle. All it takes is for you to write on it, return to sender, and you have a return to sender. That's how I return the energy back. The energy is going back to them, and all these bad things are happening to them. It's not my problem. I just thank God that I'm okay. I'm okay and I'm alive. And I burn ancestor money. Ancestor money has helped me because the emperor, the Jade Emperor there, he stands for justice. He wants all of us to be wealthy. That's what the money is for, is to attract wealth into your life. So you're burning the money for your ancestors to have money in the spirit realm. So you burn the money for the ancestors. When the ancestors are okay, then it's easier for the ancestors to help you and protect you. So I burn this every day. I burn it every day. I'll be like, hey, ancestors. I love all the ancestors, known and unknown. You burn it with your right hand. Your right hand is your giving hand. I know YouTube got my hands looking backwards, but your right hand is your giving hand. So whenever you're giving, you give with the right hand. Whenever you're taking an item from someone, or someone is giving you something, you take it with your left hand, because you don't know if they put a curse. You don't know what they did to that item. By using your left hand, it blocks it. It blocks it. That's just another witchy tip. Like, if you didn't know, spiritual things, you can't see it, you can't prove it. Like, I can't prove the item is cursed, but I got to protect myself, you know. To give is with the right hand, and to take, you're gonna take an item. Somebody's giving you something, you take it with your left hand. That blocks the curse. You know, you take it with your left, and you do whatever you want to do. If you want to keep it, or if you don't want to keep it, you know, you put it wherever, you throw it away, but you take it with your left hand, be like, oh, thank you, and you discard it or whatever. I am rambling because it's like, oh my God, not everyone knows about spiritual attacks or being spiritually attacked because they don't go through it. Then it's like, when you go through some things, you figure this shit out, like, and then you have to figure out how to protect yourself, how to take care of yourself. It's like, you gotta learn, because these people, it's always the people that are closest to you that are the ones that can hurt you in the worst way. My name is Paulina Beatrice with a Z, Garcia. And it's like, if someone was to just look up the information about Nigeria, or look it up, look me up and see what the fuck I've been through with all this shit and all this stuff that has happened to me, my life and my spirit. Because Ifa is divination, and it's like, if you want to know, you're gonna know, but the whole thing is, I'm a woman, I'm Hispanic, I'm not African. I can have African in my blood, but it's because of the way I look. They don't listen to me. No one listens to me, and no one believes me. And I'm telling you, it's a problem. There's a problem. But nobody wants to do anything about the problem. Nobody wants to look into it, because a woman is telling you. It's just giving you the information of what is going on, what is happening. And no one listens because they're sexist, they're racist. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I just don't know. It's like, you can't understand why people do the things that they do. You'll never understand it. But you gotta wake up. You gotta wake up and figure this shit out and be like, oh my God, I gotta protect myself. Take your soul baths. Take your soul baths every day. Clean your energy, clean your space, do some return to senders. And get closer to God. Pray. Pray to God. Talk to God. Get closer to God. That's the only way things will just go away, when you get closer to God. Always lead with love. Stay positive. Vibe high. I'll see you later. Bye.